All right, let's go. Huh? The Gaga Ganbara Knight does nothing? Reveal a Gaga, summon this card, then you can apply the effect to special summon a Gaga from your hand. Wow, that really does suck. If this card is detached from an Xyz to activate a monster, you could add a Go-Go from your deck to your hand, but we can't even Xyz with it. Had we had a Fool Loss, a freaking Fool Loss could have been normal summoned with the Ganbara Knight and made our play. All right, it's time to set up our runic cards. But we have to do so against a Droll, a Max C, an Ash. We can't Ash. We can't activate anything. We can't respond to their activation. Now, on the resolution, we could still Droll. But in response to the activation, we can't activate anything. We didn't Droll. We're not Drolling? We're not Drolling? He added, you're not Drolling? What are you doing? Why are we not Drolling? Okay, because we want to Max C. Go chill, I don't want to Droll, we're gonna Max C him. Okay, sure. Raise summon into a 0. 0 on summon could search for a linkage. We're going to Ash negate the search for linkage, but I already have a linkage. Thus, we're gonna poke for 2k, send to summon a Kagari, poke for what? It's gonna be like 3,000 attack. And then we're gonna add back the linkage and be able to attack again. That's game. There you go, it's over. Add back 2,800 and then 25. 28, 25, yup, that's enough. Got him. Well done. Through Ash, Droll, and Max C. Lethal damage. Should have Drolled, right? Yeah, that's okay. All's well, don't worry about it, my friend, I appreciate you. Let's hop into another one. Runic, wow. Wow. Dude's got crazy PTSD against Runic. That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen a bigger Runic hater in my life. In response, a Runic dispelling equal first turn kill? What the heck was that? Stratos on summon searching. Now, we have the mindset of if we know we're playing against Runic, what's that going to mean? It means that Runic generally be a deck that plays pretty much no hand traps. So your turn 1 should be free. Full power uninterrupted. And what would be the main way to stop Runic? Come forth, DPE is here. Okay, now, important ruling time. The effect of the Wingman is to destroy multiple cards the opponent controls. So as Daradurn would be thinking, maybe I don't negate it, right? What if I just summon a Huggin? If you chain summon a Huggin, Huggin will be able to protect the field spell. If you don't also designate the Huggin to be destroyed at the same time as the field spell. Because if the card would be destroyed, you could banish this card instead. You could never perform an instead if you're also designated for also being destroyed. That's not how it's going to be working, so you would have to negate that. Now, in addition to that board wipe, which could play through a Huggin, we also have the DPE, which is going to non-target pop a card in the field. That's another way to deal with the field spell. In addition to that, we have the Dark Supremacy. Target cards your opponent controls up to the number of Dark Fusion and spells that mention it in your graveyard, negate their effects. Another way to negate the field spell potentially. And I'm focusing so much on the field spell because that's generally how Runic players win the duel. They resolve one field spell of return 3, draw 3, it's over. We're gonna start off with the Skystriker Mobilize. Mobilizing a Ray into our hand here. Ray is gonna be our first play as she jumps into the Skystriker Ace 0. 0 is passing on the trigger effect. We're now using the quick effect instead. So what you could do is before the opponent could even respond to the summon, first it's asking you, do you want to search? You press no, but you have to toggle on, and then you are going to be able to, with player priority, before they could activate something that would non-target destroy, summon 2 cards onto the field, then pop a card in the field. Taking out the Super Poly, did not take out the Favorite Contact. Favorite Contact is going to be shuffling from the graveyard in banishment to summon the Neos Wingman. Neos Wingman's going to pop a ton of cards in the field. It's going to be, what, 1, 2, 3, up to 3 cards. There's only 2 to pop, though. Wipe it. All right. we still have a lot more plays where that came from. We're going to Flash Fire, summon our Huggin. Huggin on summon, discard a card searching for the field spell. Did not Dark Supremacy, we're waiting. Now, there's a lot of things you gain from duels, knowledge. You gotta be learning. The hidden information becomes public knowledge. If Huggin is activatable, that means 100% they have no field spell already in the hand, right? In the TCG, if they activate a Huggin, they may already have a field spell. So that's something you have to learn with Master Duel. If a card's limited to 1, it's only legal activation if it's still in the deck. We're gonna take control of the Neos Wingman going into a Little Knight. Little Knight on summon, banish a card in the field. Going for the Dark Supremacy. We still have DPE. Linkage, send the Kagari. Kagari on summon is going to be activating to add from the graveyard back the engage. Now this time, the engage will be a +1. It's generally a 1-for-1. We're gonna grab the Lemnis Gate and then additionally draw randomly into a Metal Foe Fusion. You what, mate? With the Lemnis Gate, we're gonna target 1, 2, 3, 3, and 3. That's 6. That returns 2 cards on the field, non-targeting. Non-target bounce. DPE, knowing that he's gonna get bounced, is gonna have to pop himself. Pop himself. Daredurn's like, thank you, this card draws while in the graveyard. Don't mind if I do. Return 6, returning 2. DPE triggers a comeback during the next turn. Because we have the Metal Foe Fusion in the graveyard, thanks to DPE, draw into another linkage. Now we have Shizuku. Shizuku in the end phase will be able to search. We made sure to skip our battle phase. Let's grab the Widow Anchor. And then we have linkage into the 0. So our plays here are going to be the ability to non-target pop a card in the field. We could also negate a 2,000 attack or higher activating on the field. We could also use the Lemnis Gate to banish a Zeke on the field, about triple disruption. Send it for our 0. Whenever we want, that non-target pop is happening. When do we do it? Evil Assault's gonna add a Dark Fusion from the graveyard to your hand. We're gonna chain the 0 to non-target pop a card in the field. DPE not wanting to get popped is going to at least take out the linkage before it's activatable. Wipe it. And one of our 3 disruption is now being fully realized as we take out the Sunrise. Now, the Dark Fusion can be quite scary, right? It is going to make it so the monster we summon could not be targeted by card effects. And Zeke is one of the main plays we would want to be going into. Dark Contact is going to use the Graveyard and Banishment to summon the Malicious Bane. Doesn't this non-target destroy? It's not even a quick effect, so we gave them the opportunity to activate this. It can't be destroyed by battle of card effects. It is targetable though, right? The Dark Contact didn't make it untargetable like a Dark Fusion, I believe. And now by wiping away their field, we're gonna have to chain Ray to, I guess Ray, so what's gonna happen here is Ray's gonna trigger after the newly summoned monster is destroyed. Kagari won't trigger here. She's just gonna get destroyed. But then Ray comes back, and then we could trigger Lemnis Gates to summon an Amatsu, right? But is that gonna even be... Wait, you're not playing Amatsu. What the heck? I thought Amatsu was a staple in this deck. No way. All right, never mind. Malicious, someone from the deck. I'm gonna have to search that. I thought the, who's not playing Amatsu? Amatsu? What the heck happened? Amatsu, there we go. 94% are playing it. You are a part of the 6% not playing it. Not that it would really help you to win this duel. And you are playing Runic, so the space in your extra deck is tight. We're gonna Widow Anchor, attempt to negate. Super Poly is going to dodge the Widow Anchor. Now, that's a problem, because DPE only comes back if it's destroyed. Since it wasn't destroyed, there's no more DPE. That's it. Vision Hero Trinity is here. DPE popping the Super Poly and taking out the Runic Fountain. Just like that, we're now going to Runic Tip, and we have to remember, the field spell is limited to 1. Now, I believe this card returns it back, right? If we summon the Runic Fangs, you can target a non-quick play Runic spell to add it back, sure. We do have the Flash Fire to get poppin'. Vision Hero Trinity is it not able to attack directly or something? What happened? Why no attack? He can't, that's part of his effect, right? He can't attack directly, I'm pretty sure. Cannot attack directly, very simply cannot. Runic Fangs, adding back the Runic Fountain. And now we have, with the activation of the Flash, we're going to be drawing 3. And remember what I said earlier? If you resolve this once, that's a GG. Generally, there's no coming back. Come forth, multi-roll from the deck, additionally draw into a thrust. Thrust is dead. Skipping the battle phase. This should be allowing us to trigger its effect again, but in this moment, it's not, because we have 2 dead thrust. What the heck is going on? Now, the consolation is the Widow Anchor, if we negate, that will trigger the multi-roll to set and engage during the end phase. That's going to be very much important. Take these scoop in is too much. He's also probably assuming that he may have runic cards in the hand. It's too much to deal with. The field spell resolves once. The DPE is no longer being recycled. It was sent to the grave by our own Super Poly to dodge and negate. That is it, mate. And then, as I said earlier, he's got the guaranteed follow-up. The multi-roll is going to set the engage into the back row from the graveyard, and then he's going to search, draw an additional card. The full power of Runic and Skystriker together. Endless +1s. Let's go. We have Tenpai going second. Now, is this a Tenpai hybrid? Yes, it is Fiendsmith Tenpai. All right. Hit him with the Droll Lockbird. Despite Droll being semi-limited, everyone still freaking has it. What the heck is going on with that? What are the actual numbers on that? Yu-Gi-Oh! Card probability calculator. So it was a 33% chance, so you would say 3 out of 10 duels. And now it's about 2 out of 10 duels. They're going to have a Droll in their opening hand to hit you with. All right. Now, let's get to it. Summon the Unicorn first, then go into Pydra. Pydra is going to be setting onto the field the Sing and summoning as we now turn these 2 into the Moon of the Closed Heaven. What the hell is going on? There's double Colossus on the field. We cannot add from the deck. But that's okay. We don't need to add from the deck if we're playing Fiendsmith. Lacrima is going to send from the deck as the Forbidden Droplet negates. Now, what's very important is we have to read the Engraver here. Engraver states that you're going to target a Fiendsmith equip and 1 monster in the field, send them to the graveyard. The Colossus can protect itself from destruction, but not from being sent. So if we cut them off from the Engraver being able to send one of our Colossuses, that was our goal. Negate. Now we flip up the Sing and Summoning, but we can't search with it. That's going to do nothing. We do have Maxi and Droll, which do counteract each other. What are we going to be doing here? Triggering the effect of Roar to summon for the deck. Let's chain the Maxi. As we then further chain the Baldrake to banish. We're going for lethal damage here. And how did we not banish the Requiem? By taking out the Crimson Tear. Crimson Tear could have tried to reborn the Requiem, but Requiem can't activate in the battle phase anyway. Thunder, Dragon, Fusion. Into the Titan. Titan is here. Over 12,000 damage. Damn. Well done. All right, Thunder Dragon. Kid Art, what's going on? It's all Colossus, right? They can't add from the deck. People want to add from the deck. Why are we not playing this if people want to add from the deck? He did choose to go first. Tenpai, their choice was to go first. They wanted to go first. All right. Sangin Summoning is going to be searching for the Pydra, discard away the Magnum Hut, which then turns on the opponent's Bestials. We have a Kaiman from the deck with the Pydra. Kaiman's going to be searching for the Tundra. Is this turning into Moon of the Closed Heaven? Are you freaking kidding me? No, it's a Hieratic Seal. Okay, let's go. It's kind of real. Now, let's Bestial search for a Magnum Hut. Droll and Lockbird, no more adding for the rest of this turn. We have Hieratic Seal in the end phase activating. Return back to Sing and Summoning. Come forth and go into the Fadra. Fadra reborn from Engrave the Chundra. As we now Baldrake banish away the Magnum Hut. And so we further Druiswarm banish away the Heavenly Sphere. So this will ensure that we could send the Druiswarm to banish a monster summon for the extra deck. But if we set up the Sing and Summoning, which we already know is in their hand, we're going to be unaffected. Activate, just like that. Fire dragons are not affected. You cannot Baldrake banish. We're going to Biden on summon, reborn back the Fadra, Fadra on summon, reborn back the Chundra, as we're going to further search our deck for a Pydra. What could Pydra search for? Isn't Kaiman limited to 1? It searches for nothing, as I thought. As we now go into the Transcendent Dragon, as we go into the battle phase, they're not going to be able to activate any of their effects whatsoever. Very well done. 1-1. We have the Pressure Planet searching for the Fenrir here. Special summon the Unicorn for the Birth to then additionally normal summon our Fenrir. Now, Requiem has a hidden effect. It can only be special summoned once per turn. We can't even get this onto the field. Unicorn, let's get it ripping. There's multiple cards to rip, though. One Colossus, don't they play up to 3? Kid Art plays one more Colossus. Now, the hope is you rip one Colossus on your turn, you rip the second one during their turn. So if I were Kid Art, I'd be freaking out about activating any monster effect during the next turn to then lose our other Colossus. And because it's banished face down, we can't interact with it with our Thunderdragon fusion. That's even more so a big deal. Now, our Pirellias are dead. We have Max C, Little Knight, Unicorn. Even the Birth, I think, is going to be disruptive. On the resolution of a spell, if they have 3 cards in the graveyard, we're going to banish it. Now, he is activating the Thunderdragon Hawk, so you could say goodbye to your final Colossus. That's it. It's gone for good. There is no way to get it back. We're going to tribute summon over the Dark to summon Dark to now search for a Thunder Dragon. Thunder Dragon's going to further search our deck as we're going to maybe do it again. Now we're going to Thunder Dragon Fusion, return from the grave to summon our Titan. Titan is here, and in response to our activation from the hand, we could pop a card in the field. Thunder monster activates in the hand. Even during the damage step, you have to be the direct chain. Now, ashing a Thunder Dragon, it looks ridiculous, right? But that's not why we stopped it. We activated this to stop the Titan. Titan would have popped a card in the field. This is simply a chain link block. That's it. Blocked him successfully, no pop. And now we have our Tenpai portion of the deck. This makes me want to play this. I'm sorry, like, this looks good. We made Kashtira and freaking Fiendsmith plays turn 1, and now we got the full clappage of Tenpai on turn 3. I like this. Come forth, Transcended Dragon. Ooh, we had no chain link block for that, as we're now going to be popping a card in the field. Now, Transcendent could come back after 3 attacks. So I guess that's the main reason why we're just going to leave it on the field. We're going to Kaimin, add from the deck, which we should not be able to. There should be a Colossus on the field. The single Unicorn ripped out both of the Colossuses with no other way to add them back. Unicorn on the attack, banishing the final copy of Titan. Now they still have the one in the graveyard. Some for the deck to Hydra. They can't activate anything whatsoever due to the Transcendent being on the field here. And wham bam thinking man, Biden Dragon, Reborn, pop the back row, no activation, lethal damage. Good job to both of you. Thank you.